Hello, church family. Today's devotional is called Look, Squirrel. It's about distraction. We're distracted by all kinds of things, aren't we? Shiny things, pretty things. Whatever we're distracted by pulls us away from whatever it is we're trying to do. It can ruin a good golf shot. It could ruin a perfect game in bowling. It could cause you to stumble if you're public speaking. And the biggest danger is it can cause you to pull away from God. So 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." One of the main reasons we should avoid distractions is because it's a trick from the enemy. The enemy knows if we're constantly distracted by the noise of the world, it will keep us from hearing the voice of God. Distraction also pulls us away from the things we really want to do. You know, Pastor Jeff always says that if the devil will try and keep you busy so that you can't get around to the things you want to do. He'll throw things in your path so that you don't have your quiet time. You don't get to have your time alone to pray, to think, to commune with God. So if we want to spend time with family and your phone notifies you that you got an important message from work, or someone calls you, if it's not a true emergency, do you let your family sit there while you work on that email? Do you let your family sit there while you talk to this person for 10 or 15 minutes? I see people in church doing this all the time. We'll be in a solemn moment and a phone will go off loudly and someone will just pick up their phone, start talking loudly, and even get up and walk out because that's more important than what we're doing right now. It may be. I mean, I can't judge that, but it's rude. And it almost always isn't that dire emergency. So this can cause a strain in our relationships at work, with family, with friends, and with God. The biblical definition of distraction is the act of distracting, a drawing apart, separation from God, family, again, whatever. Confusion from a multiplicity of objects. Let's state that in English. Confusion from many things crowding in on our mind and calling the attention that we have in different ways. It gives us complexity. It gives us reason to worry. It gives us reason to completely lose track of where we were and what we were doing, and to spend time on it. It gives us confusion such as tumult, disorder, political distractions. It keeps us up at night. It keeps us from getting a good night's sleep. Madness, a state of disordered reason, franticness, furiousness, derangement, and then finally folly in the extreme, or amounting to insanity on the supposition of the truth. It causes us to just completely get, like I like to say, discombobulated. So there are examples in the Bible of distraction. In Luke 10:38-42, Martha was distracted by good works. She's a prime example of being distracted. Her intentions were good, but Jesus was there, and she wanted to make her house look better, and she didn't sit down and spend time with him. If Jesus showed up right now at your house and wanted to sit down to talk to you, I don't think you go, can you hang on? I got 10 more minutes of this movie before it's over. Or, gee, let me clean the, I'm really embarrassed that you're here because I got all this laundry over here. Let me get it out of the way. You get so distracted by the things you want to do that you forfeit the time of simply being in God's presence. Samson was distracted from his purpose in Judges 13:16. He was completely enamored with Delilah. He lost all common sense, and he made himself vulnerable, and he basically screwed up his entire life. He got vengeance in the end because he repented and came back to God, but that distraction cost him very dearly. And in Samuel 11, David was distracted from everything he had and the good things he was doing. He was distracted by Bathsheba under Ruth. And, as the king of Israel, he had a lot to do. But as a man, he was distracted by your beauty, and his lust caused him to make one wrong decision after another. And he really screwed things up, didn't he? Mark 4:19 says, "But all too quickly the message is crowded out by the worries of this life, the lure of wealth and the desire for other things, so no fruit is produced." Ephesians 5:15 and 16 says, "So then be careful how you live. Do not be unwise, but wise, making the best use of your time, because the times we live in are evil." We have Ephesians 5:15, 16. "So then let's be careful how you live. Do not be unwise." I just said that. Mark 1:35. "And in the morning, rising up a great while before day, he," meaning Christ, "went out and departed into a solitary place, and there he prayed and communed with his Father." We can't let this world separate us from God. We are not of this world. We're just stuck in this world for a time. Always keep God your main focus. Have a great day, church. Love you.